Today, at the 2026 Sundance Film Festival in Salt Lake City, a moment unfolded that captured the quieter spirit of what Sundance has always represented. Away from flashing lights and hurried interviews, Meghan Markle and Prince Harry paid a visit to the Cookie Queens, a women-led collective whose work blends entrepreneurship, creativity, and community purpose. It was a visit marked not by spectacle, but by presence, intention, and mutual respect. Sundance has long been a gathering place for stories that matter. Stories about perseverance, second chances, and voices that deserve to be heard. In that context, the appearance of Meghan and Harry felt fitting rather than surprising. Their visit was not announced with fanfare, nor was it staged for attention. It unfolded naturally, reflecting the values both the festival and the Cookie Queens embody. As they arrived in the heart of Salt Lake City, the atmosphere was calm and composed. Winter sunlight reflected softly off nearby buildings, creating a serene backdrop. Meghan stepped forward with a refined sense of style that has come to define her public appearances. She wore a beautifully tailored coat in a neutral shade, elegant without being showy, paired with classic footwear that suggested comfort and confidence. Her look was thoughtful, polished, and appropriate for the setting, reflecting an understanding that elegance is often found in restraint. Her hair was styled simply, framing her face in a way that felt timeless rather than trendy. Her makeup was understated, allowing her natural warmth to come through. There was nothing hurried about her movements. She greeted those around her with composure and ease, offering smiles that felt genuine rather than rehearsed. Prince Harry walked beside her, relaxed, yet attentive. He wore a dark, well-cut coat layered over a crisp shirt, an appearance that balanced formality with approachability. His demeanour was calm and grounded, shaped by years of public service and lived experience. Together, they projected a quiet unity, one built not on performance, but on shared understanding. The Cookie Queens welcomed them warmly. This collective, known for empowering women through business, mentorship, and creativity, represents the kind of grassroots initiative that often goes unnoticed outside local communities. Yet their impact has been profound, offering opportunity and stability to women who have built something meaningful together. From the moment introductions were made, Meghan demonstrated a genuine interest in their story. She asked about the origins of the collective, the challenges faced in its early days, and the milestones that marked its growth. She listened carefully, allowing each woman space to speak without interruption. Her engagement was thoughtful, marked by curiosity rather than assumption. Meghan spoke about the importance of women supporting one another, particularly in creative and entrepreneurial spaces. She acknowledged how difficult it can be to sustain a business rooted in values rather than volume. Her words were measured, informed by her own experiences, and delivered without pretense. Harry's conversations focused on teamwork and resilience. He asked about the collective nature of their work, how they made decisions together, and how they supported one another through setbacks. His tone was respectful and encouraging, reflecting an understanding that success is rarely linear and often built through shared effort. As cookies were offered, the moment took on a familiar warmth. Meghan commented on the care evident in each detail, from flavor combinations to presentation. She spoke about how food often serves as a bridge between people, carrying memory and meaning across generations. Her remarks resonated with those present, many of whom had learned their craft through family tradition. Harry added his appreciation, noting how something as simple as baking can create stability and connection within a community. He spoke about the value of work that brings people together, especially in times of uncertainty. His comments reflected a broader understanding of service, one that extends beyond institutions into everyday life. What stood out most during the visit was the absence of hierarchy. Meghan and Harry did not position themselves as guests to be impressed, but as participants willing to listen and learn. They did not dominate the conversation. They elevated it. Their elegance was expressed not only in appearance, but in conduct. Meghan maintained eye contact, nodded thoughtfully, and responded with care. Harry mirrored this attentiveness, offering affirmation without overshadowing the voices of those around him. For a mature audience, this moment speaks to something deeper than celebrity. It speaks to the value of showing up with humility, of recognizing effort where it exists, and of understanding that real impact often happens quietly. Sundance has always celebrated stories that unfold beyond mainstream narratives. The Cookie Queens represent one of those stories. By visiting them, Meghan and Harry drew attention to work rooted in patience, collaboration, and persistence. As photographs were taken, the mood remained relaxed. There was no rush, no sense of obligation. Meghan placed a gentle hand on one founder's shoulder, a gesture of reassurance rather than performance. Harry exchanged quiet words with another member of the team, his focus undivided. Observers noted the authenticity of the interaction. Nothing felt hurried or transactional. This was not a moment designed solely for cameras. It was a genuine exchange between people who value purpose over publicity. As the visit continued, Meghan spoke about the importance of sustainability in business, of protecting both creative vision and personal well-being. Her remarks reflected a maturity shaped by experience, an understanding that success is not measured solely by expansion, but by integrity. Harry echoed this sentiment, emphasizing the importance of community support and long-term thinking. He spoke about how initiatives like the Cookie Queens create ripple effects, offering stability not just to those directly involved, but to families and neighborhoods as well. When it was time to leave, Meghan thanked each woman individually. She expressed admiration for their commitment and encouraged them to continue building on their foundation. Her words were sincere, free of exaggeration, grounded in respect. Harry followed with his own words of encouragement, acknowledging the courage it takes to create something meaningful and sustain it over time. His tone was steady, reflective, and appreciative. As Meghan and Harry stepped back into the winter air of Salt Lake City, the impression they left behind was unmistakable. This was not about visibility for its own sake. It was about alignment with values that prioritize people, dignity, and purpose. For those watching from afar, especially viewers in midlife and beyond, this moment offered something refreshing. It showed that influence can be exercised thoughtfully. That elegance does not require extravagance. That maturity is reflected in listening as much as speaking. Meghan's appearance throughout the visit was a study in quiet confidence. Her clothing choices reflected awareness rather than trend. Her demeanor conveyed assurance without assertion. She moved with the ease of someone comfortable in her role, yet always attentive to those around her. Harry's presence complemented hers, grounded and sincere. His experiences have shaped a perspective that values authenticity over display. Together, they presented a model of partnership rooted in mutual respect and shared purpose. This visit also served as a reminder of why Sundance continues to matter. Beyond films and premieres, it remains a place where meaningful connections are made, where stories are honored, and where voices outside the mainstream are given space. The Cookie Queen's work is not defined by scale, but by substance. Meghan and Harry's decision to spend time with them highlighted that truth. It reinforced the idea that progress often begins with small, dedicated groups committed to making a difference. As the day continued, the memory of this visit lingered, not because it was dramatic, but because it was sincere. In a world increasingly driven by speed and spectacle, moments like this stand out for their calm and clarity. For a mature audience, this story resonates on a deeper level. It reflects values shaped over time: respect for craft, appreciation for effort, recognition that success is measured not only by recognition, but by impact. Meghan and Harry's visit to the Cookie Queens at the 2026 Sundance Film Festival was not a headline designed to dominate the news cycle. It was a reminder of what thoughtful engagement looks like when guided by experience and empathy. It showed that elegance is not confined to appearance. It lives in how one listens, how one responds, and how one honors the work of others. And in that quiet space, among shared stories and simple gestures, something meaningful was affirmed. That purpose, when approached with sincerity, leaves a lasting impression long after the cameras are gone.